Hey, you guys. Real quick, um, talk about communication this morning. Communication is key in any situation, not just husband and wife, not just boyfriend, girlfriend, but friendship, family, everything. You know what I'm saying? Let your people know when something is going on with you. It's like a lot of us are private people, even in relationships and even in friendships and family. A lot of us are private. Not so much private that you just don't want your people to know what's up, but just private that you're not used to sharing like that. You know what I'm saying? And as men, we find it hard to say, to our people that we're going through some things, or we hurting, or we feeling some kind of way, or all that kind of stuff like that. And it's not about emotions or being in your feelings, but we go through things, we go through things on the regular. Like I go through things on my job that I don't talk much about. I go through things, you know, just in general, that I don't really share a lot. I'm not really a sharing kind of person in that sense. I will, but it's not my first go-to. I have this thing with my wife, and I have to learn how to not do that with her. And it's another transparency moment for me, but I'm the type of person that I feel like, you know what, uh, I have to be a certain way or act a certain way or do a certain thing, or I go through this all day when I'm out in the world, but when I come home, you know me better than anybody. You know me better than anybody, so you should know. But that's not so, because she's not a mind reader. She don't know unless I tell her. I tell her that a lot. I say, babe, I'm not a mind reader. You got to tell me what's on your mind. And I'm not switching it up. I'm just saying that we're not mind readers. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell what your plans are, or I can't tell how you're feeling unless you tell me, or I can't tell what you're going through unless you tell me. And I'm saying not about my wife, but about me, that, there are times where I don't communicate that to her because I feel like I'm a man, I'm strong, I can handle it, I can work it out, I can do this, that, and the other, whatever, whatever. But that's still a lack of communication. And again, communication is key in any relationship. And I thought I was good at communicating, but I found out that I'm really not, and I have to be able to admit that and to work on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of my main things that I don't communicate is when I'm going through a whole lot. Now there are times where I'll say, babe, it's just a lot right now. I'm going through a lot. You know, I'm not really, I don't really want to talk much about it or whatever. And so, that's fine too. But at the same time, if every time you look around I'm snapping you up, or I'm giving you quick answers, or I'm acting like I don't want to be bothered, that could be a problem. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. Because you don't know what's going on in my head. You don't know that I'm going through all of this stuff that I don't talk about to begin with. So why are you tripping with me like that? You know what I'm saying? So I get it now, and I understand it, and that's why it's something that I want to pass on to everybody else. We all go through things. We all have our ups and downs. We all are stronger in places that other people are not, and we're weaker in places that other people are not. So just know when to admit, or you know how to communicate well, or whatever the case might be. But communication is key. That's in anything. That's in work, relationships. That's in family relationship, friendships, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? And so again, I gotta just say it. I'm not the greatest at it, and I never have been. A lot of times I keep a lot to myself, and sometimes I have to know when to share, because me not sharing what's going on with me, my wife can't read my mind, so then that can cause problems within our marriage or in our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because, I come home from work and she asks me how my day was, and I don't really want to keep reliving it or re-talking about it, so I just kind of snap her up or cut her off or whatever, instead of just saying, babe, it wasn't a great day, or I'm not feeling that great about it, or it wasn't good. Can we talk about something else or anything like that? But it'll automatically go to, okay, well, maybe he don't want to talk to me. Know when you need to open up, know when you need to, at least not, you don't have to, because I don't tell everybody my business, but basically just be open with the people that's closest to you. And I'm not, that don't mean you got to tell them every little fiber in your mind or whatever, but just let people know that, you know what, right now is not really a good time for that, or I had a bad day, or can I have a minute, or and yeah, like I said, that's how my mind works. Like, you know me better than anybody, so you should understand. But how you gonna understand when you don't really know? You know what I'm saying? You can't read my mind, and that goes back to my post about walking on eggshells. So now you see me in a certain kind of way, or you look at me and you say, okay, well, he ain't smiling, he ain't laughing, he ain't talking, he feeling some kind of way or whatever. And so now you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around me, and that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool at all. And we need to learn that even as men, you ain't gotta be so hard all the time. Not that I just try to be hard, but when I go through things, it's like I'm kind of shut off. You know what I'm saying? But we have to learn that it's okay to say that I'm not okay. You don't have to be okay all the time, because I even have that thing that I say, yeah, babe, this, that, and the other, whoop de whoop, this going on, that's going on, it's a lot, it's kind of rough, but I'm okay, but I'm not okay. Life is not always peaches and cream. Life is going to be ups and downs, and it's okay not to be okay, but you just have to not sit there in that. You just have to figure it out and keep moving. But it's okay sometimes to say, nah, I'm not okay. It's kind of rough right now. And that don't make you less than a man. You know what I'm saying? That don't make you a little bitch. That don't make you all of that little, stuff that people try to put on you. You know what I'm saying? It's okay not to be okay all the time. Don't make people walk on eggshells around you. Communicate with people. Let them know that, you know what, babe, I'm not all right now, or maybe I need some time. Let me just think, or whatever like that, and that goes a long way, rather than just cutting people off or acting a certain way towards them. And then that can go on for a couple days or a couple hours or overnight, whatever the case may be. But in my case, sometimes it'll go on for a week. That's not a good attribute of mine, but I hold on to stuff, and I'm trying to work on that, learning how to get that in check myself. So y'all be easy. One love.